Hey guys, M13 here, having kind of a mixed day. I mean that. Well, I went to the racetrack this morning, and I was like I remember like I was thinking to myself too. Well, I should check their website first because you always need to do that because sometimes you go and the track's booked or there's a race day or whatever, and there's a lot of different reasons why you might not be able to go on the track. So you should always check before riding out there. But I forgot, and I just got ready and I left, and I get to the track, and sure enough, it's like a race day. So I'm like, so that's like bad news. But then I got to make some videos while I was there, and it was of something that I've never seen before. So, and probably most of you haven't seen before either. So that was like good news. So I think it was worth it in the end. Just for those videos, because if you get something cool on video, well, it's, like for me, it's important. It's important when I get cool things on video, so I was happy about it. Yep, well, go then. This is an amusement park. It's a pretty big one actually. Leofu Village Theme Park. Maybe you can Google it. It's like LEO. There's the police pulling up behind me with their lights on. What's that about? Let's keep the speed at the speed limit just for the heck of it. You know what? As if they're gonna pull me over, right? No, there's no way. But they've already got me on camera. Nowadays, they actually got cameras. Should be interesting. They're gaining on me. So, let's keep talking about the theme park. It was just weird because I'm motioning with my hands like a retard, right? Like I normally do, and the cops, they see me doing it definitely. And then they pulled out directly behind me from a parking lot. So, anyways, what's the speed limit here? 50, 60? Who knows? Let's do 60. I think the speed limit's 50, so I'll do 60. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's a pretty good theme park. I'm from Winnipeg, Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba, and in Winnipeg, Manitoba, there are no theme parks. Yeah, you get like a carnival kind of thing that sets up once a year for like a week. So like once a year for a week, we can go on roller coasters and stuff, and the rest of the time there's nothing. You got a kiddie park for kids. Yeah, and that's closed for the winter as well, and like it's for kids. I tried to take my son, when I went back to Canada not that long ago, I tried to take my son to that theme park, and I was really looking forward to it too, because it's a kiddie theme park. It's aimed for kids his age, and it's in Canada, so it's something that I went to as a child, and I wanted to take him there. And they literally, the weekend I wanted to go, I go to their website to check, and they closed the weekend before. Like, I wanted to go, and I'd already been in Canada for a couple of weeks. And then I'm like, okay, well this weekend I'll take you to this theme park. And then I go check their website, and they had just closed a week previous. And I was like, I was a little upset, because the next time I take my son to Canada might be years from now. So, yeah, so that's one good thing about Taiwan. And it's funny too, because there's another theme park. Well, there's that one theme park I just showed you called Leofu. And then there's another one literally like 3 minutes away from that one. And it's called Window on China. Like they're not related, totally different bosses. And, yeah. And Leofu just expanded. They opened up a water park. Like they used some connected land, and they opened up a big water park with some like crazy slides and stuff. It's brand new. It hasn't opened yet. They finished building it. And now they're waiting for spring to open it. They were building it all last summer, and all last summer I'm going there on hot days, and I'm looking at this like unfinished theme park. This is a fun road. Just this little bit. It's really fun. I gotta remember this. Look at this. Is like freshly paved, and it's curvy. Mind you, if you go off the road, you end up in one of these ditches. Although I don't know anybody who would do that other than the people on my tours. Yeah, so And then in Taiwan, there's about three, off the top of my head, there are three other large theme parks that I know of. So there's like two nearby my house, and then there's another three that I know of. There's probably got to be enough. There's probably like 4 or 5 other ones. There's probably like 1 or 2 that I don't know of. So it's really high. It's like 7 theme parks in Taiwan. And Taiwan has like the population of Canada, but it's the size of like, oh, I don't know. It's Taiwan is tiny. It's you know the Great Lakes in Canada, and I think in America as well. We kind of share them. They're the Great Lakes near Niagara Falls. You can take all of Taiwan and put it inside one of the Great Lakes, and it wouldn't touch the edges. So you can take, so it's this country is smaller than one of Canada's lakes, and yeah, and it has like between 5 and 7 theme parks. And Canada, as far as I know, has like maybe 1 or 2. It's kind of nuts. But it's good, and because the country's so small, everything's close to you. Like it's not unrealistic for me to take a day trip to one of the. I gotta remember how to get back there, man. Back to that road. It's like. It's a church, but it's not. Like I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm trying to remember the way back. Because I know how to get here by that road, but once I go a little bit further, I get lost. And I don't know if I'm on my way back to you. Yeah, so that's it. It's one of the things I love about Taiwan is the fact that the country is so small. People think if you lived in like a tiny little country like that, it would be a negative, but I consider it a positive because you can go to like any city in the country in less than 8 hours. So you have a country with a population comparable to that of Canada, and you can go to any city in that country in less than 8 hours by getting in a car. If you were to fly, it'd be even quicker, obviously. I think that's crazy. If and if you were to try to do that in Canada, just like if you lived in Vancouver, for example, and you wanted to go to another city in Canada by car, it could take you anywhere up to like 30 hours or something crazy. Or even, it's just nuts. No, it might take longer than that. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of like living in a country like Canada, but having it just more compressed to make it to make it more convenient. Okay, I know this road. Normally I go that way, so what I need to do is... That doesn't even make sense to me. See? Yeah, I'm already pretty much lost. I won't be finding my way back there anytime soon. Yeah, so it's a final note. It's interesting, like a lot of people brag about how big their countries are, especially people, who live in big countries. But I think they got it backwards. I think smaller countries would be cooler. Like look at England, for example. It's it's not exactly small, but compared to America, it is. And then when you go to England, it's much more convenient. You just hop on a train or whatever, and you can just go anywhere in the country. And different places have different accents. Different places, the people, different cultures and whatnot, and it's all just compressed into a small area. So it's really, you can just after traveling for a few hours, you feel like you're in a very different place. And in Canada, no. You go for a drive for a few hours in Canada, and oh look, you're a few hours away from where you started, and it's all pretty much exactly the same as when you left, as the place you left. So, yeah.